DJ Durong from Hot 702.5 in Las Vegas. It's time to come together. Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation presents the 24th annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival, going down Saturday, June 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Expo at World Market Center, and it's free to the public. Catch R&B icon Tweed live on stage, plus performances by Kiss Kiss and the Squad, Darnell Alexander, Unk and the Nephews, and Las Vegas's pop princess Ray Millie. Hosted by DJ Ambeezy with Not a Boy DJ and DJ Kelly J on the ones and twos. Stop by and visit the Hot 702.5 FM live remote tent and check in with our on-air personalities. Shop the vendor marketplace, hit up the food trucks, and enjoy surprise guests throughout the night. Presented in partnership with Google, MGM Resorts International, Live You Equals You in the city of Las Vegas. Come together this Juneteenth weekend to celebrate freedom with Tweet and Rainbow Dreams. Get your e-ticket now and be entered to win one of our fabulous prizes. Visit June19LV.com. That's June19LV.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
It's your girl, Miss Connie, coming to you every Wednesday at 5 p.m., discussing the levels of intimacy. What's your naked truth? Stay tuned in to stay turned on. See you at 5. You're listening to Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth at Hot 702.5 FM, Risky Radio.
Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Yes, it is me, your girl, Miss Connie LV. This is another episode of The Naked Truth. You already know it's levels to this shit out here, okay? That's my only cuss word I won't be saying anymore, I promise. But what's up, everybody? It is the middle of the month, the middle of the year, the end of the month. That's how fast we out here moving. I just want to give everybody a minute to come in. Make sure that you click and subscribe to my YouTube channel because it said I only got 3 subscribers, Jesus. Now, I'm going to move from Facebook to YouTube, and I don't know, I done lost my phone, so ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. My little working. Ladies' night, y'all, where y'all at? Because it's the summertime. I'm ready for all the levels of nonsense. And it's saying I only got 3 people that's subscribing to my level of nonsense. But I know that's just ridiculous. So make sure you click subscribe, share. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you like 2 seconds to copy, paste, and send this out to the people on your page because tonight's show is going to be really, 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 really funny and very entertaining. You already see this left boob over here on to the side of me. OMG. Yes. Oh my God. This is going to be so fun. This is such an unexpected event. You know, it's already giving vacation hair. Shout out to Westgate Resorts. You know, they got us outside with vacation hair and cowboy hats and boots on the ground, baby. Where them fans at? Where your fan at? Oh, I didn't bring it. Oh, it's that. It don't matter. That's okay. Because we're going to need it in a minute. We're going to find anything to fan ourselves with. Because it's definitely hot flash season. But what's up, everybody? Like I said, I'm your girl, Miss Connie LV. This is my radio show where I talk about real things, real topics that pertain to not just women, but to humans. Okay, there's a lot going on in the news today, so I definitely wanted to take a moment and give some praises. First of all, I'm always about my children and my family dynamic. So shout out to my granddaughter today. She received her certification. AB Honor Roll. You go tonight, Mitchell. Granny loves you. So yes, shout out to her dad as well. You're doing an amazing job. Actually, her mom and her dad, they are doing a great job at co-parenting. And Father's Day is coming up, guys. Mother's Day just passed. And it seems as if it's been some drama out here. Okay. We talking to mothers, grandmothers, caregivers. I just feel like Mother's Day actually was meant to be celebrated for hardworking moms who didn't get the recognition or the time to be celebrated. That's what Mother's Day was about, and showing some level of love or appreciation. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about how big. It literally was about giving that lady a rest. So Mother's Day, I'm not gonna speak for just myself. I do have an audience other than 3 subscribers, okay, that really don't want to be bothered with the kids on Mother's Day.
It's their day.
It's our day. I don't care if it's a week late. I feel like if you're a mother and you spend Mother's Day with your kids, you deserve another Sunday.
I like it. So that would be my day.
That's what I'm saying.
I like it.
And I feel like, at what age do you stop celebrating birthdays cake-wise with your children? Like, at what age is it like, oh, I'm looking for you. You got to come over here, have cake and ice cream with the family.
Well, I know my son is somewhere else.
Right.
He already have a whole plan for his birthday.
And maybe his girl in the situation.
And I don't stress him about that. I ask him, son, what you doing for your birthday? Oh, Mom, I got this plan. Have fun.
And what age is that? How old is Leah?
Leo's 24 now.
Dang, time is flying. And I don't remember when Leo was born.
I know. I know. Yeah, I don't bug him at all. He's a man.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's like, now it's Father's Day coming up. And I know a lot of women be like, I'm the mama and the daddy. And I was like, what do you think about that?
I mean, we've had to be the mama and the daddy, but I'm not the daddy.
Yeah,
and
I'm not the daddy.
I'm the feminine mommy, and that's what my kids love about me.
Yes. I'm the feminine mom.
You getting your feminine energy too. Yeah. Right now you're in your feminine.
Yeah. But I've always been that kind of like, don't play mom. Like, I did not play with them kids.
No, you didn't.
I did not.
Not with them kids, not with them friends, not with family. Who did you play with? And we knew. I'm
going to tell you who I played with. I'm going to tell you who I played with. I played with Bedroom Candy. Opportunity, right, for a commercial.
And that's the play.
Yes, because listen, I'm going to say it again. Please click follow, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Levels of Intimacy. That is spelled Intimacy, INTIMSC, because what that is intimate conversations with Miss Connie, intimate moments, intimate parties. Like, I talk to so many people about so many different things. And like I said, I thought I kind of came into this like 4 or 5 years ago when I started the business.
I remember when you started.
But you said it started a long time ago.
Oh, we've been at this.
So this been my girl for 30 plus years.
Been doing this. So I wasn't surprised when you got into it. Like, this is your niche. This is it.
And now, you know what? And it's so funny because one conversation that comes to mind about not saying too much business. Okay. But remember when you bought the house in Nashville and the situation with the neighbor, and I was like, friend, like, are you trying to be the resource manager?
Wait a minute, what's your neighbor?
The brother neighbor.
Oh, he passed. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Everybody, okay.
He passed many years ago, too.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Can we? Okay.
Because, and I guess you asked me that because that was my profession back then. Before aviation, I was a mental health case manager.
Right.
I couldn't help but to advocate.
Right.
And that was what I did. So I get it. And I think I may have been a resource manager trying to help somebody out. That was my natural.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That better. Yeah. And so just diving into that and like, what was I even talking about? Why did I even bring him up?
Just I know, but you took me back.
I know.
You took me back.
Just the whole show today was about the naked truth about the dirty 30. So,
and I'm not even the guest speaker.
No, the guest. She's not the guest for the show. I'm the guest speaker.
I just showed up.
The guest, the 30-year-old, need 30 more minutes. That's her in the back. Okay, that's what 30 do. Have your time management off.
I'm a seat filler.
Yes. Oh, so I did it. Is that better? Send me a thumbs up. Is that better? The camera fix. So yeah, but yeah, like I was just saying, back in that day, that was what? So Leo 24. That's when y'all first bought the house. Yeah, so that was like 20 plus years ago. And
no, wait. When I bought the first house, the house you came to was our second house.
No. It was the first house with the big old yard, and then once you divorced, you moved and bought the other house. But I think I am talking about the second house, though. I'm not talking about. I've been to the first house, but I'm talking about the second house that you got. Yeah. So yeah, and just that situation of I don't know why. I was just
we're so natural nurturers, you know. It's just,
that's that mother thing.
Yeah, we do it naturally.
But yeah, well, I'm not sonning your son, okay?
Or son. Son.
But my whole thing of saying that is just about how we just have. Oh, when I was telling you, you was like, "What should I do?" And I was like, "Listen, buckle down. What you gonna do? You gonna be this lane, that lane." Yeah. And I think at some point after 30, because you be so wore out, you be the kicked it. You be so profound about that 21. Like I'm 21. No, first to be that I'm 18. I can do what I want to do. I can do what I want to do. Oh, I'm 21. I'm on the bout.
Yeah.
But don't nobody really count nothing in the middle of that. Yeah. That 30, then here come the dirty 30. 30, it don't even sound fun.
What's the dirty 30?
That was the question. What is the dirty 30? What is happening with the 30-year-olds? I want to know.
The cool thing about the dirty 30 when you get our age is we don't even remember what that thing was that bothered us back then. Because I'm trying to remember what you're talking about. And it might have been an issue then, but it damn sure ain't one now. And I don't remember. So that's the cool thing. You're going to do some stuff. But when you get our age, you ain't going to remember it. So the point, the moral to this is don't even worry about it. Yeah. Whatever that thing is now is going to be gone.
That's like I told my 18-year-old client. She was like, I don't have any friends. I was like, girl, okay. You up. Most people trying to dilute the friend crowd at that age. Like, listen, actually, who is your mother's best friend? Did she know her in 8th grade, 9th grade, 12th grade? No. These people are not, and I ain't saying for everybody, because somebody always be like, well, Connie, that's not true. I had my friends. Okay, so what?
Good for you.
And I still got my homegirl from 18 years old and really like the end. Like that, but we don't talk every day, you know.
You don't have to. Good friends, you don't have to talk every day to know that y'all friends. I struggle with that right now.
But people who with you struggle friend, with,
who actually gave me an ultimatum that, hey, we're either gonna be these type of friends that we were in elementary, or we're gonna be this type of friend. And I told another friend that, she was like, okay, well, how about we be no type of friends then?
Yeah, it was giving. It's giving girlfriend vibes.
I didn't know what that was all about.
That was giving girlfriend vibes.
I was like, are you real? I feel like this is an ultimatum right now. I ain't never had no friend
That's
give me an ultimatum.
That may be her battling with where she wants to place you at. You know, she may be not understand her role in your life because you may have been too much in hers. You know,
and you're right, because I think she got upset because I wasn't. Like, if I post friends and family, she was upset that she wasn't the one posted.
Oh.
And And I pick and choose what I want to post and who I post and how often I post. So, like, yeah, that was kind of weird. I was like,
it's not kind of weird. Let me tell you something. It's called prayer. Prayer is all about discernment, okay? You pray to remove people that don't really serve you no purpose or who gonna stress you out at this level and age, you know? That's why your grandma Bible's so thick. And I encourage you, if you don't have no Bible at this age, go get one. Because you have to put important papers inside of there. Everything is not meant for the cell phone.
Notes. Yeah. You got notes in it, little nuggets in it.
Yeah. Gotta get a Bible. I got 2 of them boys, okay? I'm battling.
Yep.
I'm battling the good ones and the bad ones. But yeah, more than anything, that was the whole thing. Because like, as our guest, when she, you know, shows up, I think that it's important for a 30-year-old to know women of our age. Because we know that struggle with too. Like, it just seemed like every day you gonna lose your fucking mind. Oh, excuse me. You're gonna lose your mind. Right. Every day you feel like I can't do this no more, or I wish it would just.
I felt like that at that age. Yeah.
It's just like And guess what? We had units. We had mothers. We had generations of mothers, real grandparents. Now it's a little different.
We had the village.
What? Oh, the 30-year-old said the village ain't villaging.
And you're right. Yeah. We had a village.
Hold on now, because I'm a grandma, but everybody know I am the grandma on the scene for my grandbaby. Okay.
You're the only one. Everybody's not that way though.
So that's why I want to have that conversation. It's just like, but I was talking to my mother. So I'm in my 50s. My mother is about to be 70 next month. And I was like, I don't know if she was having like a moment, but I had just mentioned to her, like, all the women in our family have babies in their 50s. Everybody.
Oh, wow.
So I don't play. Okay.
Okay. That's the menopause baby.
Yeah, that's that. You thought your cycle stopped, and it's been 10 months and 19 days. And I'm going to tell you something, boy. You know when you got your eggs cracked and scrambled and you done ended up with an omelet. Okay? So, So I don't be playing around too much because I know that I know I'm next. So I don't even play with it. But I mentioned that to my mother, like, you know, if I was to have a child, I need help. You know, and she was like, "Oh, I would definitely come and get that baby from you because you know you crazy." Da, 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 da. And I said, "Well, yeah," and I don't feel as if I have to stop drinking. Like I have to have a cocktail just to keep the arthritis
red wine
flaring. I don't like red wine. I like whiskey.
Well, you can't drink whiskey when you're pregnant, but
and that's why I won't be pregnant. And I'm not promoting you to drink that, but I'm just saying I won't be pregnant or having no children. But we had the conversation. So the next day I was like, "Hey, can you come down here?" She went back crazy. I ain't about to be watching no kids. I'm too old. Anybody lay up and have a baby?
I thought you said.
I said, but you just said yesterday. Yeah. She was like, "You lied." I said, "Girl, do you have dementia?" She was like, "Don't you got no dementia?
That's
the one hilarious. Y'all trying to run my life." And I was like, but I've been very cautious of how I deal with my mother because I remember when my mother was my age and I was doing the same thing with her with Tanai, like, "You need to come down here and help me with this baby." And she was like, "Oh, call me back quick." I'm like, but my grandmother was home. Yeah. You know, my kids had their great grandmother. They had their grandmother because everybody was kind of sitting still in this property for 30 years, you know, having that mentality, work one job, buy this one house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Get this insurance plan, which that was kind of the structure. Now we got all these fractures.
Yeah.
And we don't have all the building blocks. So it's like.
But we're also living in an era where parents don't want to piss their kids off. They scared. My mom said my grandmother used to think of ways to piss them off.
Man, you're right, because my grandmother used to press my button.
Yeah, she did it on purpose. She used to think of ways to piss them off.
I think I do that to Sanaa.
You had to get outside too. You had to go outside.
Yeah, I think
Like
I
these
found ways to
parents nowadays, well, I understand the world though. They want to keep them in. But we had to go outside.
Yep. Till the lights came on.
At least sit on the front porch, but we had to get out the house.
You was gonna get some vitamin. We didn't even know about vitamin D deficiencies. Because you was outside.
We got it. We was outside.
Bodies, we was riding bikes. Man, you ride a bike all the way from Miles all the way down to
University Heights to Woodmere.
Yes, if you from Cleveland. Oh my God. I don't know. I want to hear y'all opinion. You definitely can call in 702-551-5261 if you guys want to just give your story or give some information for a 30-year-old or leave something in the feed. Something that you know if you not 30 or in your 20s, you looking to have some type of information, or if you in your 30s, you want to understand what is happening and you don't have that family dynamic. I think that is like the purpose for podcasting and influencers now, because you don't have these gems that you can go and gather up, you know what I'm saying, and kind of build on. So now we have these social media platforms where the algorithm, whatever you looking for, affirmations, it's going to be like, oh, she's depressed. Let's send her all these uplifting things, or let's send her prescriptions.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And that's so crazy because I seen that on that that Facebook documentary with that lady, and she said that's what they do. If you go in there, you create a picture, you delete it. It's like, oh, she got a self-esteem problem.
Yes,
let's get her.
Send her a bunch of content on self-esteem.
Yes, let's send her some cosmetics. Let's sell her everything. Let's sell her some weight loss. Let's see what do we look. What are they looking at you saying? What's wrong with you? And then what are you, formulating about yourself? So it's just crazy. I know. Thank God social media went out when we was young.
We didn't need it.
We didn't need it.
We did.
I got 2 phones and they be on mute and silent all day. I don't even understand the whole process.
We went outside when we needed directions. We looked it up and we wrote it down.
Okay, and when we needed research, we had encyclopedias. You had encyclopedias. You had A to L.
Oh, here's the 30-year-old. There's the 30-year-old.
Hello.
I'm gonna let you have this chair.
Okay. I with the 50 in with the 30s, baby. Yes. 30 for 30. We're switching it up. We're doing it a little bit different today, y'all. Because I be having people that want to talk. Gorgeous?
Hello. I'm good.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Yeah, so how was your day? What was the naked truth about your day even getting here? First of all, if y'all don't know, we was on live yesterday, so let me reintroduce. This is Amber, okay? Tell them a little bit about you, Amber, because you didn't send me the package, so I don't have that.
I did not. It's in the car. And that right there lets you know. First of all, I'm an A-B type of girl, you know what I'm saying? That's my personality, because, baby, when I tell you I procrastinate, it's the story of my life. I procrastinate everything. So, today, I got off work at 1:30. Said, okay, I got enough time to take like a 30-minute nap, and then I'm going to wake up, and I'm going to get ready, and I'm going to come here. It didn't happen like that.
I'm glad you got to sleep.
Because the whole time I kept like getting up and looking, at my watch.
It still was late. But I'm not attacking you. But I'm just saying, like, something about the process is like, so.
My thing is, I be thinking I have enough time to do shit. And then when I like start executing it, it's like, girl, that was not enough time.
Okay.
It's like, girl, that was not enough time. Why did you think you could do this in 20 minutes? Like, that's why I keep doing over and over and over again, like in life, in general. I just be thinking I have time and I don't.
So what is that? But you weren't on time in your 20s, were you?
No.
So I don't think it's like, I'm just saying like.
It's a me thing for sure. It's.
So you know what?
I think it's better though now because it was worse when I was 20.
Well, yeah, because you got kids now. So now, just tell them a little bit about yourself. So Amber does what, has what, married, single, children, age.
So I'm 35 and I'm engaged and I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. My boy is 6, my girl is 4. And I work on bass out here full time. I've been doing that for 14.
That's crazy. I remember when you got that job.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was 20.
She was at Hooters.
I was 22.
He was like, I was to be able to eat. I gotta be at the party. Like, this is killing my life. And then you leave and come back or something?
From the job?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Should I probably wanted to, but no.
Right. Because no matter how hard you party, you know to be on time for that base.
Yeah. That's the good thing about a government job. It take a lot to get fired because I should have been fired 18 times already. But
don't say it online. Oh, that's not really bad.
Yeah, it's a good job. It's provided a lot of great things for me because now I'm a homeowner. And again, I have 2 kids that I can easily take care of. You know, I have.
Oh, easily. So I love that. You can easily take care of 2 kids.
I mean, yeah.
I love that because most people attribute children with stress.
Yeah.
So that is.
I'm not saying that because they are stressful for sure.
They're expensive.
They are expensive.
Especially if you want them to have a certain level of life and quality of living.
They are expensive, but not to the point where I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to pay for this? Like I don't really have an issue with that, but they do stress you out. For sure.
So the naked truth about being 30 is, but you already been set in your job for 14 years. That's excellent. In the middle of your 30s. So what do you think, like, what is your experience like right now in this 30 moment? Like 29, that day you woke up, you was like, oh my God, I'm about to be 30. I'm about to be on it. I got my job, I got my man, I got my kids, and now you're 5 years in.
That's honestly, how I felt because so from the time I was 24 on, I always thought to myself, okay, girl, we got to get about this club. What we finna do? You know, like later on, right? Because I need to have you then. I want to have me kids before I'm 30. I want to have a house before I'm 30. Like I want to, like, you know, I want to have stuff that I accomplished. Right. So that was always like in the back of my head, like when I was like 23, 20. Yeah, my goals. You know, my life goals. And so when I was like 23, 24, I started like thinking about that. And that's when I was coming to you, like, what is credit? Like, how do I do this? Like, how do I start this? Because I wanted to, like, get into the process of trying to buy a house for myself because I was in a position where I had a good job and I could do that. So I was trying to learn how to do that because I didn't know how. And I figured that out. And I ended up buying my first house when I was 27. And I met my now fiance when I was 26. So
okay.
And then we had 2 kids.
Okay. I love that. And a boy and a girl. It's like the perfect Lifetime movie.
No, it definitely worked out. That's the only thing I can say I did like right as far as like goals wise and organization wise. I said I wanted to do that and I did it. So are you? Yeah, that's what I was like. You got to be careful what you put in the universe because it will be manifested. Yeah. So now looking forward, like, and I said, people plan things in life. So you planned at 30. What was the next date plan? So is it 18 years when the kids got out of school? Like, what's that next birthday plan? Yeah. And that's what happens. Yeah. We only plan for 18, 21, and 30. Oh, good point. So in the midst of 30, we get stifled. Like, okay, I did that. That's what we about to do. Like, I know this ain't what it's about to look like. I know I'm about to be having to pick these kids
up. All kind of stuff happens.
And all kind of stuff.
Because you didn't set your intentions for the rest of the plan.
Exactly. And so now we become discombobulated in our heads. Now we starting to hear people tell us stuff. And now you got social media.
Yep. And you're listening.
Yeah. And it knows it's feeding you. Yep. Because the social media know what your palate,
wants.
Yeah,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it's like, I need freedom, I'm so tired of these kids, it's going to keep
Oh,
sending you a vacation, girls trip.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And nothing wrong with that. But that wasn't part of the plan. But what's the plan? Because you had all this work, you had all these building blocks, but now it's time to decorate the house. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Social media be having me think I can quit my job. Like be an influencer. Like that's what social media be having me on. But
And I'm not
right
saying
now-
it's not doable, but it's definitely what you are manifesting inside. That's why you're thinking that. That's why it's showing you that. So that's the next plan.
Mhm.
It don't mean quit the job. It means prepare to be financially free so that you can live the life that people want to watch you and make these major changes in their life.
Yeah. Because that's what it makes me want to do that. Like because I love watching like stay-at-home mom videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or clean the house with me, or go to the store with me, like that type of stuff.
And
is
you
what I
could
end
be
up,
doing
like,
that.
watching all the time. Yeah, and I feel like if they do it, I can do it. So that is something I'm aspiring to start doing.
Yeah. And I mean, literally, that starts from all the videos that you have in your phone of your children growing. You don't got to start from where they at now. You can start from when you got pregnant. Hey, guess what? You got to have pictures of your house. So I think, and that's the thing, like we all have to learn in this whirlwind of social media, is that the story doesn't have to start where you at now, because people don't know the back end. And that's what I think I had to realize about myself, which is such a blessing, like how you just showed up. Like, this is my friend from 30 years ago who just called me in town and ended up being at the top fair right here.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm right here. And she's like, oh my God.
The universe.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And just me trying to figure it out, because I've been thinking like, oh, I've been just this person since I came here. But like I told Nina, the day I stepped foot in the desert, I had lived 35 years and had a son in college. But some people, y'all know me like, I was grown when I came here.
Yeah.
I was 35 and made tell that experience to her. Like, remember, I had a successful business.
Yeah.
I had a distribution business in Cleveland. I had a full clientele. I was doing like 15.
People, when are you coming home?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, my clientele was banging. I mean, and everything was up. But I felt I was an instructor down at Vogue Beauty Academy.
What made you leave and come to Vegas?
I felt bigger. I felt like I didn't want to do that no more. And it was a plan with a mutual friend of ours. She ended up getting pregnant and staying back because she needed help with her baby. And the plan was like, okay, well, I'm going to come after I had the baby. And here we are, the baby in college about to graduate. And she still ain't here. But that didn't stop me. And thank God. And I think that's what
your own goals. You still had to keep it moving.
Yep.
It was great.
Yep. And that's the thing about 30 is that you got to have a plan, or if not, you will be a follower. Mm-hmm. Because that's what Instagram is turning into, a follower. Mm-hmm. That was a moment right there. Yes, like for real. But that is the reality, because I remember I was going to leave Cleveland anyway, but I was going to Miami. I had a friend in Miami.
I love Miami.
Yeah, we stayed in Miami.
We
was kicking it so hard in Miami. And then they had a hurricane. And I was like, yo, I can't live 3 weeks without power and cold water. Alligators, I can't do it. Yeah, and ended up coming here on a business trip with a friend. And him and I needed some time away from each other. And I knew one person here. And I happened to call back home, get her number. She ended up taking me around in about 30 circles. And I just had a conversation with her. And by the time I got out of her car, I said, you'll see me 365 days. And she was like, what? I said, you'll see me in 365 days from now. I'm sending Stefan off to college. I'm selling everything in my house. And I'm moving to Vegas. And that's exactly what I did. And drove here by myself. My friend, I had 3 people play me at the last second. Like, I'm on my way to come and get you. We driving to Vegas. They like, oh, yeah, about that. Can we leave tomorrow? No.
She stayed on task.
I stayed on task.
And that's what you got to do.
And I feel like now, where I have got to this place where I'm starting to question myself and do things that I don't really want to do. You know what I'm saying?
You feel like that now?
Yeah, like I be doing a lot of shit I don't want to do. Like for real. Like I do. I be dealing with a lot of people I don't want to deal with. And I feel like that 50, we almost like 30 again. Because guess what? We didn't establish kids. We didn't establish our careers. So it's like a reset button.
What do you want to do now?
Now, right. What are we about to do now?
Yeah, what are we about to do? We still popping. We still got some energy. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we still outside. And when we go outside, then we find your men. And we don't want your men.
But they show
we don't want these little boys.
They show on us.
They show on us.
Because we don't look 50.
Yeah.
And they like, you 50? Yes. All day 50.
And gangster. So they get a little bit of mother, they get a little bit of hunger, and we so well rounded.
I was gonna say, and y'all are like established.
Yeah, so, we so well rounded. And so with the nonsense, just like, okay, stupid. Yeah.
And they want to act like they grown.
And not. So all the advice I could tell you is right now is that you gotta have a plan. But now I like that you here because at 35 you were in a relationship. Well, I was too, but I didn't have kids. That was the difference. I didn't have kids in the relationship. You all had children in your relationship. I already had children, but they were not with my partner that I was with at 35. But I'm gonna tell you this much: that when I did meet my ex and we started dating, there were no children around, and both of my sons were in college. Well, Stefan was in the military and Dante was in college. And when they came home, he didn't understand the mother me. So we struggled. Because to a man is a man.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's my son. Well, he's still singing Gucci. He came out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that mentality sometimes. And it's like, I gotta go fix some dinner for my son. Oh, you keep cooking for him? And I'm like, it's my child. They're like, oh, he's 20. He's still my child. Right. You want your grandma to call you at 50 to sing happy birthday. It doesn't matter.
I remember when I had Leo was nursing him. His dad, my husband.
Right.
Get off that too. Get off.
And that be real.
That was
man on man. Yes. I swear it's just crazy.
That is.
It's crazy. Do you feel like your husband and your fiance and your son kind of fight for your attention?
Yeah. But my son is a dad boy. Like they homeboys.
Well, how old is he?
6.
Oh yeah, it's about to be over.
What you mean?
He gonna switch because a little boy after a while falls in love with his mother. You're like his first girlfriend. So when he starts,
okay, come on, Freudian.
Yeah. Okay, no, he gonna like. Remember when Leo was in love with you? He was a boy.
Oh, he still loves his mom.
And
he loves his daddy, baby.
Yeah.
He loves
his daddy.
Enforcer in the house. He's the most buddy. So they are scared of me. They know I don't play. They don't be trying to play with me like they play with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like they don't be wanting nothing to do with me. They be like, "Oh, mommy's here." You know what I'm saying? And I hate
and
that.
Why did you feel like you had to get like that?
Because
what made you feel like you had to be
if I sit back and let stuff happen, it's gonna be chaos, and he won't do nothing about it the way it needs to be dealt with.
So, have you had a conversation with him about that? That's gonna be an issue.
Yeah, I already knew like having kids, me and him are just those type of people. Like I'm the type of people I will get in your ass, and he.
Mother's gonna be mothers. Daddy's gonna.
But he's by nature just a nice person. Like he's nice hearted. He's all the things that I'm not. So
there's a saying: opposites attract, but they don't sustain.
Is that a saying?
I think when you are attracted to someone, it is something in them that you're attracted to that you don't have yourself, and vice versa.
I believe that.
That when they're attracted to you, it's something in you that they see, that they love, that they don't have themselves. However, you know what I would love for us, because women these days are so beastie, is for us to just stay in our feminine energy.
We do. Yeah.
If we continue to stay in our feminine
energy. Did I tell
energy,
you that? But this is how we do that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's my show. I'm just so kidding. I'm just like, that's what it's I always do that together. And that's how 50. That's how 50 be. Okay, that's what we said earlier. Just be like, okay, I'm just joking about right. But it's just like, 30-year-old, you can be like, excuse me? Excuse me? What she looking at? That's that 30. Because you want to take out the frustration from all these people that you got to deal with on somebody else. Exactly. Because you don't want to deal with your real problem. And I'm telling you, you got to deal with your real problem. And the way to stay into your feminine energy is, guess what? There won't be that much juice, bread, and peanut butter and jelly this week, because I'm going to have my hair and my eyelashes done. I'm going to intentionally have my nails and my feet done, because when you start to look monster, you start to be monster. So as a woman in her 50s, I will tell you, make sure you stay on your self-care. So when you look at yourself, you see the woman you want to see. Not the lady that's overworked, the mom who's super strict, and mean, because you'll start to look like that, and you'll be frowning. You'll be frowning. Yep, it's like straighten up your face. Get them wrinkles out your forehead. I love it. Yeah, you see these right there. Yeah. Now, who's she talking to? And now every day, I'm using collagen trying to get them creases out my forehead from my 30s. And my uncle always would say, stop frowning. You're gonna make them laugh line. You're gonna make them wrinkles in your forehead. And I'd be like, what? Huh? And now I'm in the mirror like, oh my God. Now you put your moisturizer on like this. Right. Oh my God. I'm in there spending good money on a little bitty bottle of moisturizer. Like, girl, do it work? Is that luggage gone from under my eye? They've had some nuggets right here. Yeah. No, they are. Yeah. But I mean, just not dealing with older women. You got 2 older women here. What do you wonder? Like, what do you have to look forward to? What do you wonder? Even on your way coming here, like, what are we going to talk about? Well, this is what I want to tell. So this is the moment you tell that naked truth, where this is the moment for growth. We planting seeds of intention. So leaving here, you got, like, even after you got your hair done, because it's my client too, and you went home that day, and I was like, yo, calm down. Because sometimes I hear a lot of women like, he don't understand what I'm saying. Like, I got to keep talking to him. Well, you're not dating a woman. So if you're communicating like a woman to a man, it's not going to relay the same way. You know what I'm saying? Hence might be why we have so many on, sex on sex type relationships, because people just really want to talk. Yeah. They don't even want to really pussy like that. And start talking in softer tone. Yeah. And without them hands, I told her. Yeah, she put them hands down. Even I don't like that. Yeah, put the hands down. Because it shows aggression.
It's hard to do that when you like already frustrated and you already said
you got to learn how to count.
Communicate without the hands.
Or go outside. You got to walk away. Because you're the only one going to have a stroke. You're going to want to be frustrated. Nobody listening to you anyway.
And men, they don't hear all that.
They don't.
But if you speak in this soft tone,
they don't hear that. That's the first thing they don't hear.
Well, try.
Because I'm telling you, that is the first thing I try. And then when I see, oh, that didn't work, you hear a damn thing I said. I gotta cuss you out. Now you looking up at me like, oh my God, why is she so bad? Yeah. What is it? Yeah. I said it nicely 5 times. Yeah. I can't be nice no more.
Like, so, and I always used to say to Rob, when I say something, it's either one of 3 things. You don't care, you can't hear, or it doesn't really matter, Because caring is one thing, matter. To me, those are different. Because care means you want me to be comfortable. You care about what I say. You care about my health. Like, you care that this is affecting me and making me emotional, as opposed to just like, I heard you. Okay, you heard me, but do you care, fucker? Like, do you care? Do you care how I feel? I heard you. Okay, well, I know you're not deaf, so I know you heard me. But, you know, do you care?
Mhm, right.
I just got to keep saying that, like, you know, and that'd be the one thing, like, people say, I don't care. That is so powerful. That is so powerful. And older gentleman told me that when I was about 16 years old. Ken Redman. I wish I could find Ken Redman. Oh, I wish I could find him. He was a mentor. He owned a water company. I used to work for him. And he used to ask me all these deep questions because he was the first Black, like, real entrepreneur I knew. And he would be like, so what do you want to do? And I used to be like, I don't care. What do you want to eat? I don't matter. He's be like, stop. Why doesn't anything matter to you? Like, how come you don't care? And I was like, well, I do. He's like, well, I asked you 5 things, and that's all you telling me. Like, you don't have an opinion. So that means you're settling for anything. And I was like, nah.
You're right.
But it made me wake up like, okay. So like, even now, I don't allow my grandbaby to, if I say, hey, what did you do today? You can't tell me nothing. I wouldn't care if I went outside and looked at the birds fly. You did something. Please don't tell me you did nothing all day. Have, you know, some type of record, like have some causes and effects, have some motion.
Right.
You know,
some dialogue.
Yes. So that's just what I say. That's why I'm like, what are the 30-year-olds out here doing? Because it seemed like you a little bit more grounded, but for the majority, but most of the 30-year-olds do have it going on financially. How do you feel about your friend group? Do you feel like the girls and the guys kind of like got it together financially, but the relationships are struggling?
Yes.
Because nobody knows their role. Like you said.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I get money. I don't need you. I don't need you.
They didn't have a problem getting money. They came out the gate making a 6 figure.
No, that's definitely
not our generation, but
definitely
these
how
kids
it is.
are making money.
Yeah, these kids. My friend, his daughter wanted she had a conversation with him, graduated from high school. She was lesbian. And she identified as a boy. And she was like, hey, how would you feel about if I had the operation to have a sex change? And he was like, girl, like the mortgage is behind on the house, we better pay bills. You talking about a $400,000 surgery, girl? No, it's uncanny. It's like, don't talk to me about it. Yeah. And she was like, no, I wasn't asking you to pay for it. I just want to know how you feel about it. And he was like, well, you my daughter, and you will always be my daughter. So I don't know how I would feel about that. She was like, well, I need you to really ponder on that thought because I have a surgery scheduled to become a man. And he's like, well, how you got a surgery? This little girl had invested in Bitcoin with her birthday money, $100, like 12 years ago. This girl had paid for her whole surgery, $300,000, and their house was literally about to go in foreclosure.
The house that she lived in?
Yeah, with her parents. But that was her money. They didn't know she had all this Bitcoin. And she just cashed it in and paid for the surgery. And she's a boy now. It's been a couple of years. She's a boy now. You know what, girl? That's a whole nother story. The house is still up there, but you know, all the houses she's selling for tax liens. So
I'm sure she's shunned because she did that instead of.
But I'm just saying, the reality is that these kids, the younger generations, finances, hustling, money, they got it together. They don't have no social skills. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to be in a loving relationship. And I think, like, when we just look at all the nonsense that's going on in the internet with the sex, it's crazy.
And they didn't really care about how they felt about it. That was their plan. Mm-hmm. That was written and planned for many years. And they did not deviate from that plan.
Yeah. Well, listen here. All I know is that's all I got to say about 30. I mean, it was a good time for me, but I'm going to tell you something. I had the time of my life in my 40s. 40s, 30-year-olds, y'all got something to look forward to. Because them 40s, baby. Them 40s be cracking. Because I remember like, 45. But it's all about planning. You know what I'm saying? Creating a timeline for yourself. You know? Yeah. I'm so glad you came on here. Definitely, guys, y'all heard Amber. She is looking to be an influencer. So if I got any mommy influencers out there, anybody that want to work with her, collaborate with her, I'm definitely here for you. So I'm gonna be on you with that. Yeah, but she gonna be late. I just saying. Okay. And definitely want to thank my homegirl back here for showing up, putting her boots to the ground. Okay. Cleveland always is here to represent. Ladies, I want you to say, give them something to ponder on before we exit out. And just let them know if you want them to follow you on social media, give me your social media. And just, give them something to ponder on, something to think about. So we can create a short from this. Like this. I'm Miss Connie LV. Listen, ain't nothing free but cheese in the rat trap. And that's going to cost you your life, baby.
Baby. Okay. The camera cover girly on IG. You said it best years ago. Say it. What you say? Say it, forget it, write it, regret it.
Damn, I said that years ago.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah. Say it, forget it, write it, regret it. Be careful what you communicate out because if it's nasty, people can always go back. Yeah. And words that's the same thing with video. Words are very powerful.
When they're out there, you can't.
Oh my gosh. I'm Amber.